Alright, hello everybody, this is LazerzZ01 here, back with another guide to a mission in Assassin's Creed. Today we're going over the tank level in Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, an infamous level, one that people have had plenty of challenge with, one that I've had challenge with, not as much as everybody else, but challenge as well in my own rights. Now, I thought I'd create this because a lot of people are having problems with this level. Now, I'm here to show you the correct way to do this, and that's not to say there's a correct way to do this. I'm here to show you the way that I do it. You can do it any way you want, but this is the way that I've done it to complete this level, and in doing so, you're probably going to have a higher advantage over those that don't know this method. But that being said, there is no correct way to do it. There is any way that you want to do it is allowed. It's viable. You can do whatever you please. The level starts out with this stealth tailing segment, which is can be tricky for some. It can be tricky for some. It's not the most difficult thing in the world. It's really not. It's a test. It's a test in your own patience. It's a test in your own stamina. As long as you're paying attention to your surroundings, as long as you're watching the guys you're chasing and the guys around you, staying vigilant, you'll be okay. You'll make it through. You'll make it through this. I can assure you on that. If you follow these steps, if you listen to what I'm saying, if you watch this gameplay, you will make it through to the end of this level. I assure you of that. Now, the toughest part comes from, of course, what comes next, and that's the actual tank mission itself. Of course, this segment here is your basic Assassin's Creed. It's tailing, it's taking out guards, and it's staying in stealth. What people are going to struggle with is the tank itself, and it's actually quite a challenging save. Like I said, not necessarily for myself, but for other people. Other people have had deep challenging moments when it comes to this level here itself, and I thought that I would share my insight on this level because I don't think there's quite enough of it on the site. I think that it's useful to have this. It's useful in all facets of life to have a guiding hand, to have a guiding force from somebody that knows what they're doing, from somebody that knows and understands, the world better than you. And I think that it's in my nature to be quite giving. It's in my nature to be quite generous. I'm quite a kind person, quite a loving person. I like to help those in need. Just recently, the other day, I came out of my house. There was a homeless man on the side of the street. I bought him a car. He was so thankful. He didn't have a driving license, but he was thankful. He was thankful nonetheless. The joy on his face as he rammed that thing into the side of somebody's house was just unprecedented, and it really fills me with a great sense of gratitude for myself when I do these things and when I help these people. So really I'm applying that the way that I feel to this video and what I do here on YouTube, which is helping people in need, helping people that need that little bit of extra help to conquer some of these more harder challenges that you're going to be finding within certain stealth games or action games that require a bit more strategy, a bit more thinking. It's just that this is my way of giving back. This is my way of helping. So after burning down the plans, obviously that's going to be the first objective complete. You're going to want to then head and free the mercenaries. Now, this can be easily achieved. You're going to want to head down there, but there are a few guys watching you. Now, you're not actually allowed to be detected at this part of the game, in which case this is where my stealth expertise come into play. You're going to want to be incredibly patient because they're going to come to you. You're going to let the guys come to you, and as they do, you're going to take them down. You're going to throw them off. They're not going to know what's hit them. The other guards aren't going to know what's going on because you're in a ledge position, a hanging position, and it's fine. You use the crossbow, you take out the stragglers, and everything is absolutely fine. And then you can head and you can get these mercenaries out. Now, I know you might not get this first try. You might not get this third try. You might not get this seventh try, but you will get it eventually. It is advanced gameplay techniques, so bear with me, stick with me, and you will be fine. Once you've got the mercenaries out, it's time to head to the tank itself. They're going to lead you there. You can be detected now. This part is absolutely the easiest part of the level for sure. you shouldn't have an issue with this. I know a lot of people haven't actually made it this far, which is understandable. That's fair. The rest of the level is quite difficult, so I get that there's a handful of players that will have be experiencing this part of the game for the first time. As you can see, I'm failing a little bit here at the combat, but that's because I'm a stealth gamer. I'm a stealth player. I'm not entirely used to this method of play. I'm not a fan of when games force me into combat. I prefer to just stick, to the shadows, stick to the crowds, and blend in and use my stealth. But I made it through. I didn't die. Everything's fine. Did a bit of looting here because it's nice to have that epic loot, because that's one of my favorite things to do. Next, you've got another fighting segment. Obviously, you wanna work on taking these guys down. I realized I could use my smoke bombs here to actually take out these guys in a bit more of a stealth-friendly manner by using my hidden blades, taking them down, one-shotting them, which made it a little bit more feasible for me in my particular playstyle with my particular character build here. And then after this fight, the mercenaries will take you down. You'll head down into the underground area where you've got the tank waiting for you. However, we do have to navigate the underground tunnels first, which does add a bit of length to this level. When you're dying on the tank segment over and 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 over again, it can become troublesome when you're respawning, not before you get into the tank, but right at the start of the level. And so you've got this, 7 to 10 minute segments that you have to replay over and over again. And I think that can add to some of the disparity that players might be feeling. But if you watch this guide, if you watch this walkthrough, you're going to understand exactly how to do this first try. You're not going to need to worry about respawning. You're not going to need to worry about replaying the more easier sections of this level. You're gonna play this through first try, and you're going to be absolutely fine when you eventually get to that point. And I'm going to guide you there. I'm going to get you to that point, and I think that you'll really appreciate that when we're done. Now, don't forget to, of course, leave a like and subscribe for more stealth guides and walkthroughs, tips and tricks videos, loot guides and map collections, because I've got all of them coming up on this channel over the next several years. So expect those very, very soon, and stay tuned because there's a lot to come. There's a lot to come. I'm actually doing a video where I show my my newborn baby how to do stealth on splinter cells, so that's going to be quite the guide. Every time she gets it wrong, every time she gets detected, I'm actually going to be flicking her in the ear. Now, obviously, of course, there's probably some tears there, probably a little bit of crying, but don't worry, she cries all the time anyway, so it wasn't anything that was, of course, induced by me. But she will be prepared for the stealthiest of games once she comes of age, because I'm going to make sure of it. I'm going to make it so. Right, so here we go. We've made it through, and now we are heading to the next portion of this level. As you can see, we've made it to the tank itself, and this is where you're going to have to be paying the most attention. This is where you're going to have to be as vigilant as possible, because if not, you might not be able to do this as quickly and efficiently as I've done it, because of course there's a lot to learn, there's a lot to know, there's a lot to take into consideration when you're driving through this level and shooting your foes through the tank. Obviously, stealth is not an option here, which is quite a shame, but we are going to manage this nonetheless. You're going to want to go for these fire barrels, these explosive barrels, but don't get too close, because if you're too close, you will actually take damage from the fire barrels, and that's going to be, quite the issue there, which is, a shame for people that don't actually know what's going on. On top of that, too, this whole portion of the game is, it can be lengthy. It can be a test again in patience and stamina, a test in your own will, in your own powers to control your controller. And I think that people will learn a lot from this video in particular. As you can see, I very, very nearly was hit by that cannonball there. Obviously wasn't, because I knew that it was coming and was ready to move out of the way. I just wanted it to look flashy for the gameplay. But there's just the fact that people are going to struggle. People are going to have hardships during this level. And I think that watching my gameplay, watching my videos, all of the videos that I've done leading up to the release of this game, people have been tweeting me. People have been saying, thank you so much for everything that you've shown me. Thank you so much for teaching me these lessons. Thank you so much for improving the way that I play these games. And to that, I just really want to say that it wasn't me. As much as I might have been the one that showed you how to do these things, as much as I might have been the one that gave you the stealth tactics, the strategies, as much as I might have been the one to show you the gameplay, walk you through these steps, give you the guides that you need, give you the strength you need, give you the willpower, the belief in yourself, give you the self-confidence to continue with levels when you've been failing over and over again, as much as I might have been the one to give you that belief in yourself, I think that at the end of the day, what you need to know is that you've done this yourself. You've accomplished this yourself, and despite my instructions and despite my guides and despite me giving you all of the information you need in order to do this in your game, it really was you that did this. And when you show your friends and family that you've completed these levels, and when you show them your gameplay clips on the Xbox Live servers, they're going to say, wow, that was incredible. And you're going to say, LazerzZ01 showed me how to do this. And what you really should be saying there is LazerzZ01, youtube.com/LazerzZ01 gave me a few helping tips and tricks, just a few pointers when it came to this. However, I applied them in my own unique and creative way, and LazerzZ01's tips and tricks and information on this level or multiple levels didn't influence me entirely. It was my own ability that allowed me to go through this. It was my own strength and willpower that allowed me to continue, push forward, and beat the challenges that faced me. And that doesn't just go for the game. That goes in context of everyday life. No matter what you come into contact with, you can apply the lessons I've taught you in these Assassin's Creed Brotherhood stealth guides to your everyday life. When you find yourself at a crossroads of decisions, when you're not sure quite maybe what to order from Starbucks, when you're not sure what to do because you've forgotten your homework, you can come back to my guides. You can apply what I've taught you, and you can apply that to your everyday life to be a stronger and better human being. Now here as well, also I just want to point out that you're going to want to not enter this marker. You're going to want to do as much damage as you can before entering the marker, because otherwise, you're going to get absolutely ruined by the tanks that are in this arena. So just stay here, take down the siege towers, take down the building chimneys, take down the stationary tanks that are going to come out. And what will happen is you'll actually not have a lot of things to worry about when it comes to going in here. And like I said, that can be applied to anything in your life, as long as you take a step back, you don't quite enter. You know, what you need to do so far, if you're nervous about maybe making a speech in front of your entire class, just don't enter that speech right away. That's what my guide would be, is don't enter that speech right away. Step back, take out as many of the challenges as you can before you walk out on that stage, and then you can walk out feeling a lot more comfortable within yourself. And I think that's one of the core lessons I would teach here, and that's what I try to do here on this channel. I try not to just teach gameplay and stealth, because that doesn't matter a great deal. As much as I am the king of gameplay, and I know I walk you through these things continuously, and I understand I've given you the tools to be the best you can at these video games, that's not really my purpose on this channel. My purpose on this channel is to teach you how to be the most well-rounded human being you can possibly be. My purpose on this channel is to teach you exactly how to improve your life in a way that you're going to be the happiest you've ever been. You're going to be making stacks of cash. You're going to get a girlfriend. You're going to have kids. You're going to have friends. You're going to be able to get invited to that party, and that's really what it comes down to. That's what I try to do here with these guides. Really, at the end of the day, there's a big backstory behind it, and I really hope that you can see that, and that works its way into your everyday life. I hope you appreciate this guide. That's the mission done. We finished it. Thank you very much for tuning in. Like, rate, subscribe, comment down. Let me know your thoughts on this level. And of course, I will see you all for my next guide very soon. Goodbye.
No, I wish I could keep you.